All right, hi everyone. I know it's been a really long time since I've updated you guys on anything, since I've made any videos, but I have been really busy. I've had a lot going on, I've had a lot of big changes, and so I decided, since I had a few minutes today before I gotta go to my daughter's volleyball game, to come on here and do a quick life update. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jackie. On all of my socials, I am.nursejackie. So follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You will find me at I am.nursejackie. So yeah, so quick summary about me. I am a labor and delivery nurse. As you can see from my scrub cap, I love this scrub cap. It has babies in all shades and colors. Love the scrub cap. I'll attach a link to where I got it from. But yeah, so labor and delivery nurse, October next month will be 9 years. I started out in labor and delivery, and I have only worked in labor and delivery. I love what I do. When I first started this page, I was in my last semester, last year or last semester of school to become a women's health nurse practitioner. So you might be thinking, you just said you love labor and delivery. I do. I loved labor and delivery, still do. I love labor and delivery so much that I decided to go back to school and become a nurse practitioner. But because I love labor and delivery, I was determined to become a women's health nurse practitioner. I would have actually became a midwife, but I didn't want to just do labor and delivery. During the past maybe year and a half to 2 years, I've had a lot of spiritual growth, and I really feel like my purpose, my ministry is to minister to women. So I wanted to be able to do that by taking care of them, not just in labor and delivery, but in all aspects of their health. If you ask any of my friends, I am the one people come to for advice, a little mental clarity, all the things. I just love helping people and women in particular. So I did not want to become a family nurse practitioner. I knew I was not going to take a job in primary care. I was not going to take a job with children or men. Sorry, no shade. But my ministry, my joy comes from caring for women. So despite what everybody said, I became a women's health nurse practitioner. I graduated last May, so May of 2022. So it has been about a year and a half since I graduated. And for those who follow me on Instagram, I talk a little bit on there about, I guess, the struggles, or maybe just the journey of finding a women's health nurse practitioner job. And for those of you who know, people always tell you don't go to school to be a women's health NP because it's hard to find a job. Become a family nurse practitioner, and you can still work, I guess, in the OB-GYN clinic or wherever. You can still work with women. But the thing is, I operate a lot on faith. And so I was like, if I don't want to work with men, I don't want to work with children, why am I going to become a family nurse practitioner just for a backup? I'm not going to take a primary job as the backup, so I'm going to just, go all in. So I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go all in with my faith, all in, just like, there's no plan B. I mean, yeah, there was also a point to where I had to go from full-time to PRN at my job during clinicals, and my manager even said, my manager at the time, she said, why don't you just go part-time? That way, if you can't find a job, you still have, a foot in the door here. And I'm like, but the plan is to find a job. So I'm not going to do something halfway. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to just go all out on faith. So that's what I did. So that sounds all great and stuff. You guys are going to have to go back and watch my previous videos. I have faith. Yes, I do. And my faith has grown even more since this process. But that doesn't mean I didn't have trials. I didn't have heartache. I didn't have all the things thrown at me. For one, I graduated. I went to take my board certification, and things didn't work out. I got sent home. They wouldn't let me test after I traveled to the testing site. It wasn't in my hometown. I traveled to the testing site, and I was sent home without testing. Yeah. check out the video. This video right here. So, finally got it all situated and I was able to test. This time I tested at home. Had so many technical issues. Y'all gonna have to go back and watch these videos. So I took the test finally right before I went on vacation. Came back home from vacation, waited a little bit, found out that I did not pass the test. So of course I'm like, really? Like, God, like, you know, we all question God sometimes. We're not supposed to. Some of y'all might act like y'all don't, but we do. And that was a humbling experience. That was a lot of things. It was not great. It was a lot of other things. So I discussed all of this in this video. Go watch it. So anyways, I retest last October, I want to say. So October of 2022. And I also post when I got the results for that. And I passed. So I passed on my second time. I was like, thank God. Okay. All right. I passed. I'm board certified. This is October. I graduated in May. This is October. I am now board certified. Let's get a job. So I was kind of like, not really like hitting it hard. I was kind of taking my time with it to find a job, blah, blah, blah. And then when January came, I was like really looking like on all of the websites, all of the like LinkedIn's and all of those job sharing sites, and nothing. So I want to say around May, maybe April or May, it was coming up on a year since I had graduated. I was feeling a little down. I was like, okay, God, what's up? Like, you know, I'm the girl with faith and it's all over everywhere. It doesn't even matter. And that was, I guess, another thing. Like, yeah. But anyways, it was everywhere. I was like, I'm looking for a job. I'm proclaiming this. I'm stepping out in faith. I'm praying. I'm doing all the things. And no job. So I think I posted a video. I'll go back and I'll put the link for that video also. And in that video, I was just like, you know, being honest, like I normally end my videos. And my daughter was actually with me. And I told her, I was like, are you praying for Mom to find a job? And she said, yeah. She was like, I'll pray, Mom. And she was like, how long has it been since you've been looking? And I thought about it and I was like, about 4 months. And she was like, Mom, come on. That has not been a long time. You need to be patient. Now, mind you, she is 7 at the time, just turned 7. And she was telling me that I need to work on being patient. Yeah. So, I mean, she was right. So I was like, you know what? You're right. All of that to say, I know this was supposed to be a quick update, but I had to give you guys background, a backstory, whatever. So in the meantime, I'm still working labor and delivery. I still love labor and delivery. I don't even know if I want to fully stop working labor and delivery whenever I stop working as a nurse practitioner, whenever I start working as a nurse practitioner. But I'm working not full-time, but more hours as of labor and delivery. It's now summer, busy with the kids are busy, but not as busy. So I'm able to pick up more hours. I'm still applying, trying to be positive. It was about a month and a half ago now. And I opened the email and it was another no for a nurse practitioner job. And I kind of had a meltdown. Like, I got up. I had already had it in mind to go around a couple of these places in my area to just go in and say, hey, are y'all hiring? Because at this point, I'm like, what else do I do? So I get dressed. I'm in the car, being positive, you know, praying, listening to my gospel music, and the tears are just streaming. Like, God, this is hard. But sometimes, you know, you got to pick yourself up. It was okay to feel that, but it would not have been okay to stay in that. So I kept praying through the tears. It's like, God, the things that had been revealed to me, I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be. I have a purpose. Like, I'm supposed to be ministering to women. Like just things that I had been going through and seeing and hearing. I felt like I was on the right path. So, at one point I was like, well, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, God showed me what I'm supposed to. So anyways, it was what I'm supposed to be doing. So mind you, I have been looking, but to be honest, I was also praying that, God, I want the right job, right? I don't want to just get a job just to say I have a nurse practitioner job. I don't want to just get a job and then feel like I'm not supported. I don't want to just go somewhere just to be working, to be making the money, and then to either burn out, to fail, it just not be what I wanted it to be. So in all actuality, I do believe God heard that prayer overall. I was like, God, if you're not there, I don't want to be there. So a lot of times we say that, but we don't really mean it. So when I kept getting these no's, it would hurt. But then I would tell myself, but I really meant that. If God is not there, I don't want to be there. So yeah, so I know it took about 7 minutes to get to this point. But, so in May, I was told I was being impatient. It is now September. So May, June, July, August. Oh, about 4 months. Another 4 months have passed. And I'm like, all right, God, what are we going to do? I kept being patient, y'all. I kept praying. I kept being positive. I kept being obedient. I kept going to work as a labor and delivery nurse and enjoying what I do. And I was going to say spreading the gospel, but nursing. And I do believe spreading the gospel because I feel like when I walk in the room, my faith does too. I think we can spread the gospel in the way we interact with people and just in all different types of things. So I've had a lot of spiritual growth, and I think, God is very intentional, and he's very, I don't want to say funny, but let's say he's very intentional. So this is the major announcement. Went through all of that, graduated in May of 2022, finally became board certified October 2022, and now as of September 5th, 2023, I can finally say I am a working board certified nurse practitioner, y'all. Yay! I got a job. I am actually just getting off. It's Friday, so we got off early. I have just completed week 1 of working as a women's health nurse practitioner. So, for everybody out there who has been faithful, who has been praying, who has been fasting, who has been doing all the things, and God told you this is what you're supposed to be doing, don't stop. Don't quit. The journey is not always easy. If you have some things that you need to unlearn or some areas that you need to grow in, and I feel like that was my case. But if you truly are supposed to be somewhere, and you would get there. So all of those other no's, I think were to save me for this yes. Like when I tell y'all this interview was like, first of all, the way it came about, I'll have to talk about that in another video. This is getting too long. But the way it came about was just like, God was all in it. It was like spirit led. I texted one person, they tell me to call this, but like, then a week later I had a job. It was so quick. It was everything that I had been praying for. The interview was like seamless. It was like I was talking to a friend. Like it was my first week there. I love the people. I mean, it's kind of quick to say you love something, right? But I feel comfortable there. I don't feel nervous, anxious when I go to work. Of course, I'm pretty much starting from the beginning. Like I had been a labor and delivery nurse for 9 years. I was comfortable. I was a charge nurse. People came to me as a resource, and now I'm starting over. But I feel comfortable doing it here. And so I just wanted to come on here and give y'all a quick update. I am now working as a women's health nurse practitioner, and I will come on here more regularly to give you guys updates on how that's going, how that transition is going. And I will come back on here and tell you guys how the interview came about and all the other things that have been going on. But like I said, I gotta go. My youngest daughter will be getting off the bus soon, and we gotta get to my oldest daughter's volleyball game. So if you do not If you have not already subscribed, subscribe to my page to get all the future updates. Go follow me on TikTok and Instagram at iam.nursejackie, and I'm going to try and make these weekly. So I will see y'all next week.